Hey, we're live, everybody.
Oh
Woo.
no.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, I'm in the bathroom.
Well, you could be. I wouldn't know. Hi, everybody. This is Frank and Ian with the TNT Podcast, episode 41. Um, I'm hosting it, so y'all probably aren't going to see this except for like on delay, like
Yeah,
whenever Ian gets it up on his stuff.
right.
He's dog sitting for his parents again.
Yeah, so you don't get any intro music either.
Don't worry, I'll hum it. Urbans.
Well, I mean, I could just edit that in because like some people just do that and just have the Hangouts on Air logo while the music's playing, but
Yeah,
that's intern work, right?
we we tried piping it in through wires into Ian's thing, and then he tried just holding the speaker up to the microphone, which did not work at all. Just hurt my
Yeah.
ears. And then he got it to work, but then he just was like,
Yeah.
so I hate to deprive the viewers of Ian's face and all that. So anyway,
It it would be ghetto anyways, so
yes, ghetto superstar. That is what we are. So what's going on, Ian? I have not talked to you in a week.
not much dog sitting. Uh
Mm-hmm.
that's why I got these regular earbuds in. I brought my other headset with the better mic on it, but
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the little adapter for this battery thing because normally I would plug this into this headphone and mic splitter that goes into the headphone. I know you said you got one of these or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only thing is I forgot the little adapter that goes to the quarter inch to the eighth inch, the regular size. This is like a large black man, and then this is like a small Asian woman. That's the problem. Won't fit.
It's a,
Won't
it's a racist
won't
and
fit.
sexist all in once. Ian, boy, you're all over the board tonight. Shit.
it's that shit's true. It's true.
Okay. So,
A lot of the times.
so,
Some of the times. Part of the times. I
so,
don't know.
so all the black on Asian porn you watch, huh? What you getting at?
Actually, I haven't seen any of those.
Black on
That's
Asian
what's
porn.
funny. Yeah.
There's a meme going around. It's like a really skinny white girl with all these black dudes around her, and it's like the white girl that says me, and then the guys are like bills, work, social life. So, where are we gonna? So, what's Ian been up to project wise? You still working on your flashy lights on your pewter?
Uh, Let me see. What have I been working on?
Last I remember, your apartment was in shambles.
No, I mean I got all that fixed. That I I got all that cable managed and stuff. That's nice
Uh-huh.
and neat now.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
and yeah, I was still working on some organizing and stuff. I was trying to download some more
Porn.
like programs and stuff for when I get my computer installed because I'm just trying to go and download like the newest of each program I have on the computer,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Cool.
have that ready, and then I still haven't gotten to trying to burn my Windows thing using that Rufus or whatever on the thumb drive.
Rufus.
Yeah,
I see.
it's like the Windows uh, media creation tool or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had that for when I installed this, and then when I updated it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I got to play around with it because I have. I want to try to get like all my installs into one thumb drive into like a bootable menu or whatever.
yeah,
But it's that's proven to be harder to do to combine because I want to have XP7 and then a 10 all on one thing, but it's proven to be hard. It looks like to get the XP on there. Also, I might have to separate them onto the two different thumb drives.
So they're like installed discs, or are they like bootable drives, like
just
live
I'm just
sort of?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get bootable. Put the ISOs onto the thumb drive and make that bootable. But because the things are different, I guess like I'm still trying to read up on the MBR versus UEFI and stuff, and it's the newer things have the UEFI, but
right,
that's
like
only like
probably wouldn't.
Yeah. So I might have to separate them. What I might do is just have one for the OS installs, and then have like the XP and then all my other utilities on that together or something, and the drivers. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, that's like a whole project in itself, man. Just trying to research that stuff and figure out what I'm gonna do. My original goal was just to get. I was just gonna buy a 64 gig flash drive, but I bought because I was researching and it seemed like it was gonna be hard to get everything to be on there because the UEFI has to be that fat 32, which I think can only be supported up to 32 gigs. So I bought two different things. I mean, I read you can maybe make a FAT32 partition on there and then have an NTFS partition at the same time on the thing, but I wasn't sure if that was going to work out, so I just bought two 32 gigs, and maybe if I play around with that on another thumb drive, maybe I'll get a large one and be able to get it. I don't know. I'm trying to save my money, though, for this Ryzen shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like every penny I'm trying to save for that,
Saving for Ryzen, just like everybody was saving for Vega, which should be soon.
Yeah.
Are you holding out for Vega, or are you still pretty good with your
pretty good? I haven't even used it yet. I'm gonna use it in my current computer until I can put together the Ryzen, and then I'm gonna rip that shit out and the SSD and put that into the Ryzen build. Then.
Cool.
Did you hear? I don't know if Nate said, but he was on the show last time, but I don't think he had it yet. He recently he got it finally. All the parts for his.
He was gonna have to get a new rig because his died or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, he got it though. He was asking me, "Hey, can you help me tonight or whatever?" And I was like, "Sorry, man, I'm over with my parents dog sitting." I gave him a link to that beginner's guide from Jay's 2 cents that he put up lately.
It's actually a lot easier than people would think.
Yeah.
Once you become accustomed with all the main components, it's just snapping shit together.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do it and you're blind. I can do it and I'm probably retarded.
Oh, come on, man.
I function retard,
Well, the only things I make fun of you about is that you get so impatient or something with it, you snap shit off.
Well, I got the big fumbling hands, which Ben will argue that I won't. Which, yes, I had smaller hands in high school 17 fucking years ago.
Well, you're a man. You work with cars and shit. I mean, what the fuck, right? You have big car man hands, right? That's what you're supposed to have.
I mean, yeah, I don't have dainty little to pluck anything. I got to use fucking tweezers. I can't. I use tweezers when I put the fucking the small like the parts that hung you up, the little header fucking what are they called? The like USB header things.
Yeah, USB headers.
Yeah.
The hardest part that I have is when you plug in like the LED light indicator and then like the on and off switch for the computer.
Some
because those are like color coded and
and
shit.
then, like some have to be upside down versus the other has to be facing another fucking way.
No.
And even if it makes sense in the manual, you're like, well, I gotta fucking remember to flip this.
Well,
Like,
some of those computers, like I think my recent motherboard came with like a little pin adapter that you plug all your lights and the on and off switch in.
mm-hmm.
So then it's easier to manage when you go to actually plug it into the motherboard.
Yeah, I saw some motherboards come with that where it's just a block, and then you plug that in instead of each individual pin, which is retarded.
Yeah.
But that's why that's why I'm leaving everything in the fucking case. Not taking
Yeah.
that shit out. I'm probably gonna, my first thing I'll probably buy will be Vega whenever, not right when it goes live. It's supposed to be Computex the end of this month. They're gonna announce it, show it off in pricing, and then they're gonna launch it. Supposedly, the launch they might have limited run first because of a shortage of the memory. I think the VRAM or whatever or something.
Yeah.
But everyone's like losing their shit over that. Oh, it's fucking bullshit. We waited this long. Dude, it'll be a couple fucking months. Big fucking deal. Calm your tits. You're not going to buy it the day it launches any fucking way. So.
I felt bad for Nate, though, because I think he had like an $800 budget, and he ends up only getting I don't know why, he could only get like the 1500X or whatever.
Well, 15 for what it is, it's good. They say it's like the best value because really you can overclock. It's like the FX chips where you can overclock them and get decent performance.
Are all these chips just like you said? They're all made the same pretty much, and then this underclock them or something.
Yeah, I know with the FX series, they were all basically the same chip. They were just set at different clock speeds from the factory. I don't know how the architecture is different for the Ryzen chips. I just know eventually I'll get one. I'm still going back and forth. At first I wanted to get myself a nice comfy chair with my Christmas money next year. If you spend $1,000 on a chair, that motherfucker better be comfortable. But I can't make myself spend $1,000 on a chair if I don't want to spend more than $400 on a desk. So,
right.
And then
look at what you pay for your keyboard, and even you're like, I'm not going to pay that much for a chair.
No. It was only $100. Big fucking deal. Calm your old shit. But no, like,
well, he went to the dark side though. He got a 1060 though.
Oh well. He couldn't wait for Vega. A lot of people couldn't. And there's a shit ton of hate posts on the subreddits. Oh, fuck it, I couldn't wait, and I just got... Okay, you just got a car that you're gonna fucking return when they announce that it beats it.
Right.
So just calm the fuck down. What do you really got to play that bad? Just don't watch the fucking Let's Plays, and you won't get any spoilers.
Right.
I don't see what the problem is. But yeah, I mean, my main thing is I want a shit ton of monitors. My main thing is I'm limited to the 3 ports I have now. So I was thinking about it, eventually just when I get my desk, buying the monitors, and then maybe hook 1 or 2 up to my old XP machine. But I don't know. Maybe. Just to have the lights on.
Yeah, I've been meaning to, since I've been working on the XP machine, since Microsoft released that unconventional, I guess, patch for that WannaCry ransomware. I've been meaning to download that, or I downloaded it. I've been meaning to install it.
You're gonna fucking host the show and come on and be like, we have all your files. Send us $3,000 in Bitcoins. Fuck. What do you do if you're using, say, an old XP machine that you don't care about, and that happens? Can you just like format your fucking drive and say fuck them? I don't.
Well, the thing that's scary about that is if you have that XP machine on your network, but you do have the same computers on that network that you do care about, that shit can. They said that shit can spread onto the network pretty fast.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My I haven't dealt with I haven't had to do networking in years. My college, they had computers on network and they got worms all the time, and those had XP and Vista fucking machines. I'm like, what the hell are they getting? But somebody on the computer apparently looking at porn. You'd think they have filters, but we had the teacher said that somebody got on the computer, looked up porn, and looked up so much that they had to enter their credit card number. And they said, we gave a good warning. We said, next time this happens, we'll use that credit card number to order pizza for the entire class. I figured they'd have a filter in place to prevent you from going to sites like that, but I guess not.
Right.
They offered IT and networking as a class, which I should have fucking took then, but I didn't know no better. But
the reason people get so much viruses from porn is because they don't just go to like a mainstream site and just have that bookmarked and just go to that, like the Pornhub or some shit, Mm-hmm. They must be going to like every random porn website on the internet or something,
they click on those pop-ups that come up, which this came up and interrupted my browsing. Maybe they want to give me something good. Fucking idiot. I know a guy who had every computer. As soon as he said he went to a porn site, they crashed, got a virus, and he had to take them all to Geek Squad, which his wife fucking paid for because she had money. He had a little netbook, and even it had a fucking virus. I'm like, dude, get a Mac or something. If all you're gonna do is get porn, get a little Mac or fucking Android, and no one will be any of the fucking wiser. But
yeah, that's all I do is I just watch porn on my tablet. I mean, you can take the tablet to bed with you, man.
Oh man. Speaking of taking it to bed with you, that dude Zeos, he has little how-tos and stuff that he does around his house, and he got a fucking monitor mounted above his bed. Like there's a shelf right above his pillow.
Yeah.
And he mounted a magnet to the fucking back of the back of it, and there's a steel plate on the back of his monitor, and the magnet, I don't care if it's neodymium, it just holds onto it by magnet, no clips or nothing. He's like, yeah, this is strong. I just lay here and watch TV. I go, nah, 27-inch monitor, nah, I don't want that falling on my face.
Yeah, well, I'd like to do something like that with the tablet, but I mean, I'd have to make a case for it.
Yeah.
Well, if you do that shit, you might as well just get the VESA mount for it, I mean.
Well, he takes it and he puts it like on the side so he can watch it next to his pillow, and then he gets it up. I mean, if he wants a tablet, but they don't make a tablet that fucking big because he's got a laptop. It just runs to that.
Right.
But what?
Yeah, it's like you have a triple monitor set up with.
Right.
In your bed, that'd be funny.
What have I been up to, you ask? Well,
yeah, sure. We'll ask that. We'll pretend we asked that.
Yeah.
What you been up to? Because I haven't heard from you been quiet.
Yes. Well, had I been to the dentist when I talked to you guys last?
Yeah, you mentioned dentist shit, so yeah.
Yeah, I had to go I got my upper deep cleaning, which was horrible, and lots of work. What did I did something. But anyway, mostly just a lot of work, and then I get home and I don't even have time. I haven't even practiced my guitar since the last show. I tell myself I'm gonna get like I tell my wife I'm gonna we're gonna go out to breakfast. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna spend the whole together. Okay, and I wake up at like 7:00. I go, oh, she got up and went downstairs. Okay, and I fall back asleep and I wake up. It's fucking 1:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, shit, the day's over.
Yeah.
And I can't get out of bed.
That's what I see a lot on like my like the forums for like 3D artists or animation stuff is like how do you even start like a freelance business? How how do you get that off the ground when you have to pay the bills and stuff? Like, how do you make that transition? That must be like really rough, man.
You don't sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I can understand it if you're motivated. Like, I'm creative. I can do things, but the thing is, I don't. It's not that I lack motivation. It's just I'm so tired. Like, if you don't sleep, but you have this shit in your head, there's sometimes I get stuff in my head that I have to do something about it and put it on like I have to type something up or make a recording.
Right.
Or draw something while I'm thinking of it. I'm like, this is fucking brilliant. And I put it up on like Instagram or, Facebook or something. But, you have to be consumed. But to paraphrase Kenneth Howard, Von Dutch, if it does not become the most important thing in your life, you're not going to do it.
All right. That's true.
You can't. You can take a hobby if you're good enough at it with practice. You can turn it into a job if you make enough money at it. But if you just have natural talent, and you just flip it, start like that, But if I'm what do they call that? Mediocre at pretty much everything I get started at, and finding focus. You think it would help because I could do so many different things kind of equally as well, but I can't channel that energy or whatever into one outlet. I don't
Right.
know. I don't know where to go. So that's which it helps to get on. A lot of the times I'll be at work and say like at lunchtime I'll get on Instagram or Facebook and I'll see all my surround yourself by artistic people if you really want to do anything creative, because you'll see all kinds of shit. You'll go, man, I should do that, or I should do something like that, and and not just steal it. You can put up and say I was inspired by this guy's idea, or I decided to try it myself, and you never know. I mean, I never thought as an old car guy, I never thought I would pinstripe, and I had friends that were like, it's not that fucking hard, and I'm like, and yes and no. um, but I have fun doing everything I do. I'm just,
Can you learn pinstriping? Like, it's just like I guess that's a question. Like, can you learn to draw if you're not good at it?
Well, once again, like Von Dutch said, if you have no talent, if you really should be able to draw to begin with, at least be able to do that. But if you can't, you might be able to overcome it with endless practice. But it's a hurdle. I had a buddy
Yeah.
who, he can pinstripe. He did it a little bit after I started, but I didn't do it as often as he did. He does every night before he goes to bed, and he can he can just whip out a freehanded drawing or freehanded piece better than I can. But his lettering is terrible because he doesn't practice, and every time he does, he'll say he's gonna do it, but he'll do a little bit, and he gets enough negative comments to where he goes, "I'm gonna throw the shit away and just give it up." No, you got to take the good and the fucking bad, and criticism sucks because people will it hurts, but you can see your own mistakes and you want to try that much harder.
Yeah.
And with any outlet, with music or guitar, or even technology, with building a computer, I never even thought about doing it. I had installed Windows, was about the extent of my computer abilities, when I built this thing. And then, like I said, I saw a Let's Play for Fallout 4, and I said, I want to fucking play that. But fucking Xbox and fucking PlayStation. If I'm going to, because I had the little iMac, I was like, I don't want to get, a game station when I need to buy a new computer anyway. So,
right.
But,
yeah, I just I don't know. I kind of transitioned over the years where I used to feel more like talent was like more of like a God given thing that you were meant to do, you know?
Some people are like that. Some people, you hear them sing, you go, "That's what that fucker was put here to do."
Right.
You know, like Freddie Mercury. You cannot tell me you hear his voice and think he was meant to do anything else, right?
Right.
You know, you hear Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan play guitar, and you're like, he should never have to do anything else. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, some actors are like that. I watched Bryan Cranston, you know, on television doing an interview, and I'm like, that motherfucker, he's an artist,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, sometimes there's God given talent. There's stuff I've always liked to do since I was a little kid, like drawing, writing. Um, I've enjoyed music. I never thought I was any good at it when I was a kid, so I'd pay enough attention in class to learn it just to, you know, get through the class, the whatever. And I never kept it in my brain. And then later, as an adult, I'm watching like YouTube tutorials and little fucking videos that we would have watched in 5th grade to actually read sheet music. A lot of the stuff I've taught myself on piano, I actually learned from trying to read sheet music and try to get better at it. Because I know the notes now. It's just the process of being able to read it fluently.
Yeah.
So,
Well, for some people, it depends because, like, some people are more like left-brained or whatever, and you get into like the physical hurdles that you have to overcome. Like, some people can't really draw because their hands are too shaky or something.
right,
You know.
right.
But
Well,
like, oh, go ahead.
I was like, yeah, or you know, your eyes.
Yeah, yeah, but like I overcome those. Those were just I don't know. Like I guess because I still had some sight. I like I was able to see beautiful things, and I wanted to be able to do those things. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it just takes. Unfortunately, it just takes me longer because I have to get up closer to things, and
Right.
you know, like it just takes time for me to do it. You know.
Yeah. I've been
But
uh I've been reading a lot. I get a book and it turns out it's always a fucking trilogy. I get a book and I go, and then what happened? Oh fuck, I gotta buy 2 more books now.
yeah.
So, but that's
But,
another thing I want to do is start writing.
right. Well, like writing might be a thing that like a lot of people could probably do.
You don't need a lot of high tech stuff. They say actually the writing programs simulate like DOS or something.
Yeah,
You know, just all distractions are gone. You're not gonna go, and then pull up a fucking YouTube video and watch it for 20 minutes, and then you got to go do something else. No, you just type, um, and you know,
yeah. But
I,
make no mistake about it though. Like for people that do, it does come easy for like you really do have to give yourself up to that stuff, and it takes time. Like
mhm.
Nate wishes he knew how to do the 3D modeling stuff that I know how to do, but like I told him he didn't go to college or anything, but I told him I went to college for 4 years, and then I pretty much like continue to self teach myself all that stuff, and like I just was so passionate about it. Like every day I would be like working on stuff, you know, just because I liked it so much. So like you really have to like it, love it really, and
Mhm.
give your whole self to it pretty much, where it's like a part of you. Then you know.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean,
So
like I
like
took, you know, guitar. I took the lessons all the way through high school, and you know, there's only so far an instructor can teach you. They can say, "Here's everything you need. Go the fuck on," you know, and you either, you know, get better on your own or you don't.
yeah,
Hey, your
I
ride's there.
yeah. I think that's probably like the main thing is that you really got to find something that you really like, and that's what's probably gonna push you, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
But
sir.
I'm gonna
Um,
try to close this window so it's like the train. Yeah.
but speaking of technology, sir, are Would you like to look at some battle stations?
Yeah, sure. I think I found some interesting ones, I guess.
You and I both picked one of the same ones. So.
Oh, you picked up. It was my turn this week, so
Well, I picked
that's
out
why I had
some
to look
anyway.
them up. Oh, okay.
I grabbed some anyway, but
was it the yellow one?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But you want to start with
Okay,
that one?
Yeah, but you can start screen sharing, but I'll try to remember to tell you to switch it back, I guess.
All right, hold on. Okay. So here we have fucking goddamn Wolverine.
Yeah.
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 Whoop.
I do have to admit, like, it seems like DC is like they've held more towards the actual colors of the characters, whereas Marvel it seems like they just like go everything is black now, you know?
Yeah, like black or red, like fucking, computer setups nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because that was like a deleted scene was Wolverine with the yellow suit. He's like, yellow fucking suit, and stuffs it back in the suitcase.
Yeah.
I mean, Deadpool, he looks just like the character, but that's once again black and red.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's I mean, I don't know. DC though, their movies.
You gonna see that Wonder Woman?
No.
Nose?
No. I'm not nothing against women. I love women. I think women should have the power to be superheroes or any of that shit they want. It's awesome. Nothing sexist at all. But I have no interest in it. I tried. My wife isn't a big Wonder Woman fan either, so we saw the commercials and she was asking me questions. I said, "Well," I said what little bit of the mythos that I knew, and I started making her make a face like, "What?" So I just I ended up just I googled it, and not only did the origin story change after a certain generation of stories, but it was so convoluted and full of shit that fuck it, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, I do have a great like I've been watching and giving that Supergirl show a chance for a couple seasons, so
Uh-huh. Is
like
she the one with the outfit with the boobs? Or is that
no,
one? That's Wonder Girl or whatever the fuck she is, right? I can't.
yeah, Wonder Woman is the one with the
No.
metal.
No, she's got a cape and a white outfit, and she's blonde, and she's got big boobs.
No, that's not her. The Supergirl. She has like a red like it's like just like a dress, and then it looks like a regular Superman type top, you know.
Uh huh. Well,
But
now I'm mad at myself. I can't think of this heifer's name.
but now I was gonna say I'm gonna try not to spoil it, but like so like the latest thing was Superman was like he was like put under mind control, and so he's forced to fight Superwoman. And I'm not gonna say who won just because I probably shouldn't spoil it, but I'm just gonna say it was on her show, so.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I don't want to be like. I mean, like I'm not a sexist person, but like I don't know, like it'd be like if Wonder Woman, if they made like a Wonder Man character, and then they had them fight, and then they had a different outcome than you would probably want. You know, I would feel the same way about that because Wonder Woman was she was like the original character. You know, she's been I don't know.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. Well,
I mean, it would just be stupid if there's a character named Wonder Man. He beats Wonder Woman. That'd be like, what is that stuff? You know, I'm a diehard Wonder Woman fan. You know.
Oh, it was Power Girl I was thinking of. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I never fucking heard of her. I just kept seeing like girls dressed as her for cosplay and stuff. Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
I
But we're getting way off track.
well,
Uh,
we're on topic with this thing here.
yeah.
My only statement is I watched the Deadpool movie. I liked Watchmen obviously, and I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw the second one, and then I found out they're gonna be in the new Avengers movie. Which fuck, now there's another movie I gotta watch.
Yeah. Did you get to see the Guardians movie?
Yeah, I saw the second one.
And I'm like the only one that haven't gotten to see it yet.
Oh, I think it was better than the first. It was a fucking great movie. It was hilarious and very original. It had me laughing. It had me crying. It had everything. So,
Nice.
but anyway, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. You gotta check it out.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I think it's pretty neat set up. I mean, like even if you're not like into that bright of colors, you could at least say that it's definitely very well matched.
Yeah, he went. He had a theme. I'd like to know where he got these little risers with the Wolverine claws on them.
Yeah.
And what is that on the? I know that's a coaster on the left. What's that on the right?
Um.
A phone? Is that his dock for like his phone? Probably. Let me look. Let me zoom in. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
And like I kind of like he continued the theme. Like he's got the slate looking countertop here for the desk, and then he's got a slate skin on his PS4. So
Yeah.
he's carrying a theme. Um, and then he is that his workout stuff over here on the side?
Maybe.
Weights. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And after I watch a guy who's ripped, I get ripped. So, yeah, it's cool. He.
Well, it could be worse. He could be having like a slice of pizza on the weights or something. Maybe like Doug.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is cool. And then we also got you have this here that I saw this
Yeah.
and I thought about using it, but then I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah. That's sort of why I chose it.
So he's got a shit ton of pop figures here.
Yeah.
He's got an Xbox and a PlayStation right here.
Yeah.
And I guess what the hell is this thing above the PS4? Captain America. What is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
It looks a little older.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look in in his comments and see what the hell it actually is. But he's got a TV, a little fucking like a webcam here. That's security camera, I guess. I like his. I'm assuming these are 3D printed. I like these flash drive holders and SD card holders.
Yeah, I plan on making that type of thing.
That's cool. I like those. I don't know what you. I guess you just type in whatever and like a skull for his pens. That's cool. And I mean, his TV here is just an insignia. Isn't that like just a Walmart brand?
Yeah, actually, I asked one of the Best Buy guys about that before when I was trying to look for a TV before I bought my older TV, which was an LG. He said that it's like the same actual manufacturer that does the LG and the insignia.
Oh.
So, I mean, you'd get comparable quality.
Now, see, he's got a bunch of crap going on here. There's this tower in the corner. He's got multiple Xbox controllers, one PlayStation controller,
Yep.
a USB sound card, it looks like.
Yeah, what do you think about those? Is that like just as good as having like a USB video card or whatever?
Oh, what a external sound card?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much just like a amp or like a DAC or something. I don't know.
The reason for an amp or DAC is because A, onboard sound cards are usually shit, and B, because there's electrical components inside of your computer that can affect the audio. Whereas if you do it externally on a USB, it's considered more separated and more free from that. I personally, I mean, I'm just dipping my toes into the whole audiophile thing, so I'm looking at getting a DAC amp set up. I don't think for my needs, I personally wouldn't need something like this because a lot of guys who do the mixing and recording and shit, they get the crazier ones.
Yeah.
Um,
I I think mine is technically an amp because I have there it's like a headphone splitter where it has like volume knobs for each headphone output. So I guess it would technically be like an amplifier.
might be a preamp if not. I mean, then he's got his little collar and paw print for his poor passed away puppy. That's sad but cute.
Yeah.
He's got a iPad with a Bluetooth keyboard, and then he's got his real keyboard. And then moving over here, we got a 3D printed Pokemon ball, little Zelda thing here.
Must have been watching some Jerry.
Well, it looks like he's a little maker because his desk is all ate up from doing little shit around it. And he's got the little Fiskars cut mat here and a.
Yeah. Actually, in a couple weeks, I was gonna. Me and my dad were gonna go up to Lowe's and we are gonna get an 8x4 pegboard, and I was gonna. They wanted a pegboard too, so we were gonna have them cut it out Lowe's, so we each get a 4x4 pegboard, and I was gonna hang that up above my 3D printer, so I could have like hang up all my 3D printing filament and all my different tools and stuff. So
well, the my garage, I told you we just finished recently adding on to it, and
yeah,
I have a pegboard that we installed on the wall, and I have a couple pegs. I need to get more. I plan on going to the swap meet this weekend. Now that I think about it, and guys will sell their old shit in bins for literally like a quarter to just get rid of it. So I can get some old pegs and hang them on there. I should have bought some last time, but I was on the way out.
How did you mount that on there? Did you have to use some like risers to have it be like far away so from the wall a little bit so you could actually mount the pegs in there somehow?
Well, no, we got a there's the garage is doesn't have interior walls. It's got what do they call that, particle board, and then the inside there are the studs,
right?
And we just mounted it so the corners are on the studs. And
okay,
but at the time I had my dad come over with a drill because I wanted to screw the corners in, and I didn't want to hand do it. He comes in with the worst drill I'd ever seen. I mean, the bits didn't fit any of the screws, so they just went. So he literally took a hammer and just hammered them in. I said, "Well, fuck it, I could have done that." So,
yeah.
I mean, it's not pretty, but it's a maker area. Like, it's got spray paint on it where I painted stuff and glue and shit. And I got a bench right behind my wife's car. My father-in-law, when they built it, they made a bench and then they tore it down. They put it on the other side because we decided to store my Chevy on that side. But anyway,
yeah, I might do that for on a future episode. I'll try to look up maker setups or some shit.
But the thing is, that's probably a thing on Reddit. There's probably there's a subreddit for desk corners.
Yeah.
And I subscribe to that because I'm that kind of loser. But no, anyway, I was saying I got a bench there, so I was going to move all my painting stuff in there. I moved my toolbox in there already. And recently at work, the chair I've been using, I've been at my job. The other day was my anniversary. I've been there since 2006. And I've had a chair in that area for not quite 10 years, but pretty close. And I literally found it. They were going to throw it away. And I said, well, I'll take it. I took this chair. And I used it for the longest time. And then the other day, a guy said, hey, I just got a new chair, so we're throwing away our old ones. Here, we'll give them to you. And they tried to throw my chair out. And I said, no. I rescued this from the trash. Aw,
Sorry.
So I put a note on it. No, I'm taking this home. And at the end of the day, my wife came and we threw it in the car. And I took it home, and it's like I said, to me, it feels brand new. It doesn't look like it's tore up or anything. So I took it home, and it weighs a ton. I got out of the car, and I found out it's a what the fuck's that brand? Steel case.
Oh yeah.
So that's a name brand. So that's a pretty expensive chair. So I got it.
Yeah.
I rescued it from the trash twice.
Nice.
I think that's romantic. It's like an old friend.
Yeah.
I get to keep it. I've had that thing longer than I've had that chair longer than I've had my wife. So yeah, but and it's nice to have it in a little maker area where I can hopefully turn it into an artist studio at some point. This guy's got his little space. He's got his things he likes. It's not the neatest, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to read the comments and see if someone says, "What the fuck is that?" Excuse me.
Some people they can't function in like a really simplified set. You have to they need stuff everywhere that they can get to easy.
Funko Pops. Trying to find out what that damn.
I bet you Doug would like that setup.
No, because it's got an Xbox. He go blah blah.
Yeah.
That's right. He hates Funkos, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He'd probably call him a weeb or something.
I couldn't believe that.
One guy said there's too much clutter.
Yeah.
But okay, now the one that I said that you had that I had too.
It was like that attic one.
This guy here.
Yeah.
The IKEA Master Race. Click on it here. Yeah, he's got the acoustic foam on the wall that's not doing a goddamn thing except looking pretty.
Yeah. Well, that's similar to the one that I have on my wall. Except mine's like a brighter red, and then it's black.
And then he's got the banana hanger headphone hangers.
Yeah, I saw that in on that Gamer Ranks channel. That was like one of the unconventional PC accessories tip. It was like they had that, and then they had those like the 5 1/4 inch bay drawers that you could use for storage.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize he's got a Blue Yeti microphone, but unless he's just storing it that way, he's using it wrong. You got to stand it up straight. You don't talk into the head.
You don't, because I see a lot of people do it that way.
They're doing it wrong. You don't do that on a Blue Yeti.
Well, I just meant in general. I don't know about the Blue Yeti.
Condenser mics, you can, but it's a side. Whatever. I corrected a guy, and he said, "Are you sure? I thought I heard you're supposed to begin from the top." So I gave him a link from fucking Blue's website where they said, "No, you're not." But yeah, this guy's got looks like he's got the larger Carl B countertop with I think I remember him saying it was a Gallant frame or whatever. I can't remember. I'll have to look. Was it Alex? And then over on this side, the actual computer space isn't that big, really.
Yeah.
Like it's all like for the TV, which is stupid because he's got to over the other side. See, he's got this big ass. Our sectional has a built-in thing for your feet to lay instead of an ottoman like that.
Right.
But and then he's got this little corner. He's like, wasted space. I'm like, you could do something there, dude.
Yeah.
Put a fucking chair.
Negative space.
Like, just put like something there where you can lay back and whatever.
Yeah.
Not wasted space. Just ain't put an air mattress there yet. But yeah, I like the the giant IKEA desk. That's actually kind of what I want. I really want a big ass, too fucking big.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how people get by like on those 2 by 3 foot desks, like that you would fit in like a corner somewhere, you know?
This is about 4 feet wide. So,
Yeah.
um, but the thing about the Carl B countertops is they're narrower than an actual desk. They're like 25, 26 inches. And they say, some guys say they miss it. I personally don't have the room, so fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm barking at something outside.
I saw somebody shared on YouTube their cat that, like, they say hi, and he goes, meow, meow. He's got a deep voice. It doesn't sound like
Yeah.
a cat. He sounds like a guy. Meow. Seriously, that low. Meow. Meow. I was like, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
But
So, do you think, what would you want to start on the rating of these?
sure. So we got. Oh, that's the same one, just bigger pictures. I like his dog. Hi, dog.
Oh.
So we got the Pop Station. We got the Wolverine Station.
Yep.
And then we got the IKEA Master Race.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this one's my top because it's a loft. There's room to chill and watch TV, and I wouldn't have. I don't know if I wouldn't have put the TV there. I would have found a better spot. Like
Mm.
I would have used that space for my computer and have an epic desk setup, and then because you could put the fucking TV there.
Yeah.
You don't need what 8 feet of fucking desk for a 43-inch TV. So,
Right.
but
Well, I kind of lean more towards the Wolverine station just because it seems like it's like really clean, you know.
well, okay,
Uh, and just like it's
it's from
very well
Tech
put
Source.
together.
It's Tech Source. He probably just built it and then just leaves it in a room he doesn't actually use.
Well, I guess since we're divided, what were the votes on it? Did yours get more votes then?
Um, this one has mine has 575. Currently this one has 30 upvotes,
Oh dang!
and then the other one has 243. So apparently everyone agrees with me.
Yeah.
They go
Well,
IKEA, Pops, and then the other one.
uh, would this one here be your second one then?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. I could live in this space. The Wolverine one seems too sterile
Okay.
to me,
I
and like
I could get that.
it's too sterile. And I understand some people like popping yellow, but after a while, my eyes would hurt seeing all that yellow. So
Yeah.
I'm,
Well, I mean,
and
when you're
plus,
looking at a monitor, you really need. It's best to have like neutral colors by you. You know.
well, like you would like it because of all the neon and shit. I'm more of a plain guy. I have a couple lights. My keyboard it turns off and it's just a black keyboard. So
Yeah.
I don't I don't show all that much stuff. But yeah, that's the way I would go. It looks like they tell you though. It looks like Kia is the winner by uh by the Reddit. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yep, still 577. So you got two more while we were talking about him.
Well, that's
So
fine. I mean, we
this
could go by that because there's.
there's no
I mean,
tiebreaker.
that's a good way because there's no tiebreaker. So
This is the I think his username is Chris D Tryon. You have won the
yeah.
internet, sir. I also had a couple for me if you would like to see,
Oh, sure. Why not?
but now I only have two, so it's gonna be shorter. I have this guy here. Load up. It's a sit-stand desk
Okay.
with he's got a little Apple keyboard, I'm assuming, and an Apple trackpad here.
Yeah. What were we saying? Like, was it like Nate or something was saying those suck or something,
Who?
or like they're too expensive?
What? Who was saying that?
I forget. Was it Nate we were talking about that because it's like, I mean, you could always buy the frame or whatever, but then all you have to do for the top is pretty much just use like a board of wood, pretty much if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever you want. I personally wouldn't do a sit stand because I'm too. I understand if you're there for 8 hours, you want to be able to get up and move around. I'm not standing at my desk. I'm not doing it. I do it at work. I hate it. They made my desk narrower so that I can't put stuff on top of it. But the thing is, I check in boxes all day, so I have to sit the box down. The box does not fit on the fucking desk anymore. So the box is on the floor. So I have to bend my ass down onto the floor because they don't want me sitting at a fucking desk. Fuck that. So if I'm at a desk, I'm sitting the fuck down. So
Right.
I can understand it if you're at home and that's all you do. It looks like he has a Mac Pro, by the way, the trash
Yeah.
cam. It's not the best lit, but I enjoy this one. Someone asked him, "What kind of monitors are those?" And he's like, "They're 27-ish monitors I had laying around." He's like, "Some AOCs or whatever, nothing fancy." So,
Yeah.
I
What?
always like the idea of the portrait and landscape monitors.
Right.
Um, it's quiet. It looks nice. It's not a lot of flash here. The lights are on the sit stand actual station itself.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's
But
got a
let's see.
headset over here. It's
I will say like those decks could be nice. Like if you like want to get it like at the perfect height for you because I know like my work desk, which is glass, and then my corner glass desk are at a little bit different heights, and I like my corner desk is at a better height than my work desk. So sometimes I wish I could lower my work desk a little bit,
gotcha.
But yeah, go on, sir.
And then my second station is a very similar setup. This guy's got the slanted roof here, and he's got an IKEA countertop. And oh my god, what's this? He custom built this cabinet here, which stores a bunch of shit. Blow this up for you here. We got a Yamaha shit here, YDG, whatever, graphic equalizer, stereo mono crossover from Samsung.
Hmm.
Is that a Flirt? I don't think so. All his networking gear is in here in this little lockbox. He's got inside of it little server rack dealy. I can't remember what he said this goes for. When I did the link, it only sent the imager. It didn't send the Reddit thing. Custom made cabinet, 19-inch audio rack and cable distribution. You can switch all his components, including lights, with the power strip. Line to core and weather station server.
Nice.
And then he's got. Everyone likes this little clock here. Those things are actually kind of expensive. You can buy a kit for like $100, but if you can't solder, you're kind of fucked. He's got a wood headphone stand, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
A lot. Actually, in this picture, some people were like, "If the wire just wasn't there, it'd be so much better." Like, fuck you, guy. Go build the shit your damn self.
Yeah. Yeah. I had an idea to print out a headphone holder when I started doing the 3D printing stuff. I was just gonna try to do like a waters like a fluid simulation in my 3D program, and then I was gonna try to have it be like a fountain and make like the liquid look like it's suspending the headphones.
Mm.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Hey, why not? Who else would have it?
Yeah, it'd be pretty unique, I think.
He's got the Bear Dynamic headphones. He's
Yeah,
got
what is that Bear Dynamic? Is that like a type of audio, or is that just a brand?
it's a brand.
Oh, okay.
Um, kind of expensive. They make monitors. They make different kinds of headphones that can be either semi-open, closed, or open, depending on which model you get. They have velour pads, which are kind of. He's got the audio or the isoacoustic isolators under his speakers here, which these alone are $100. And they just separate the speaker from the desk, so when the speaker has bass, it doesn't rattle the fucking desk.
Right.
It looks like he's got a Razer keyboard, his phone, and
Huh.
his switches for the lights. Which
Well, that's better than having it on directly on a desk, though. Like you said, you hate when people do that.
well, I hate when they put their sub on the desk because that's stupid. Put it on the floor. My
Yeah.
little 1-inch cone sub is on the fucking floor. I know it's not much, but it's not on my desk because that's stupid. I mean, it's also mainly there because I don't have the room. But yeah, he's got a little weather station, I guess, here, which is what he was saying he's got in the bottom of here. But
A weather station.
yeah, that's what I think that's what he said on the description. See if you go down here, lighting detector and weather station server. So I'm assuming that this fucking thing here on his desk has the weather, and that's the server for it. I'm assuming.
And those are going to be like more accurate or quicker than your phone.
I have no fucking idea. I don't know, guy.
Yeah, like man, I imagine that shit's got to put out like that's got to take away jobs, man. Like those weather apps.
Well, I mean,
I mean, who needs a weatherman anymore?
well, the weatherman is the only job you can have where you're wrong every day and still have a job.
Yeah.
So, but so out of these two, as nice and as minimalistic as this thing is, because it's minimalistic, but it's decked out with shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this guy's got more room, so I like this little cabinet here, which he doesn't even show what's in it. I he has room for other stuff, and like, the other guy only shows this little corner. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see.
What kind of monitor is that one again?
This is just like a 40-something inch TV with a couple little whatever he had lying around. He says.
Yeah. See, I like that one.
Yeah, it's got character. I mean, this one is kind of cool. It looks like an Apple commercial.
Right.
The only thing is, he's got a few too many knickknacks. I mean, I guess he must do like music for a living, I guess, but there's no fucking guitars or anything. I mean, what the hell, dude? You can't.
Yeah.
Everything's so sterile. But I mean, whatever. I mean, I like both. I mean, I wouldn't, kick this place out.
Right.
But that's just me. So, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I'd take either one. um. So, are we? Is it time for the news yet, Mr. Ian?
Yeah. Did you want to? You can read all of ours this time.
Oh, goody. Okay.
Did you want to keep it on yours during the news, or what do you want to do?
I guess
on your screen?
better, huh?
I mean, might as well.
Excuse me.
I'll just remind you after the news. Switch it back.
Remind you. Here's the news. Okay, what story did you want to start with, sir?
I don't know. What do you got open?
Everything.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start off.
You can start off with the That's fine.
Microsoft says this Chinese gaming service company is hacking Xbox accounts. Since 2015, a Chinese gaming website has been hacking Xbox accounts and selling the proceeds on the open market, according to a complaint filed by Microsoft in federal court on Friday. On its website, IGSKY presents itself as a gaming service company offering players a way to pay for in-game credits and rare items. But according to Microsoft, many of those credits were coming from someone else's wallet. The complaint alleges that the company made nearly $2 million in purchases through hacked accounts and their associated credit cards, using purchases as a way to launder the resulting cash. On the site, cheap in-game points are also available for FIFA games, Forza Horizon 3, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Pokemon Go, among others. Microsoft is committed to providing customers with safe and secure online experiences, a company spokesperson told The Verge. We filed these lawsuits to protect our Xbox customers from the illegal trafficking of stolen property. Wow.
Yeah.
So based in China. Oh boy, that's gonna be hard. But if anyone can sue them,
Yeah.
it's fucking Microsoft.
Right.
They can afford to go after China. They'll get the whole country.
Yeah.
It's probably some little kid in China.
That's always how it is, isn't it?
Yeah, either that or somebody in actually Switzerland who's fucking running it through China. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people say like that's like Microsoft is unhackable because pretty much you get what you pay for. Usually, that since you didn't have to pay back in the day, you didn't have to pay for the PSN, and they said that's why it was hacked more because there wasn't enough money going into it or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it just goes to show you that even if you pay for a really secure service like the Xbox Live, it can still be hacked.
Yeah. I mean, we had stories before about people shit being stolen, and customer service says, and?
Yeah.
Of course, that was mostly PlayStation. Okay.
Yeah. It seems like Microsoft is being less of a dick about it, though.
Well, they got
I will say.
They got to protect their name, because if too much shit happens, they'll say fucking Microsoft. And I mean, when like the server went down, even Snoop was getting on saying, "Man, y'all gotta get your shit fixed, or I'm gonna switch over to PlayStation."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a new thing, but are our terrible genetic privacy laws hurting science? As companies like 23andMe and Ancestry.com help make genetic testing commonplace, you would think that we would become better at ensuring protections for the privacy of that data. Instead, multiple congressional actions threaten to erode already weak protections against genetic discrimination. But it's not just a dystopian Gattaca future where citizens are discriminated against based on their genes that we need to be worried about. One researcher is concerned that our inadequate genetic privacy laws will stymie science. It's inhibiting both clinical care and research, Robert Green, a medical geneticist at Harvard Medical School, told Gizmodo. Green's work focuses on how genomic medicine impacts people's health and behavior. One thing he's particularly interested in is what makes people inclined to say yes to a genetic test. And he's observed one particularly big reason why people seem to be saying no. Fears of genetic discrimination. For Green and other geneticists, that makes their work harder to do. Research to say track how a particular gene affects a certain condition requires thousands of people to undergo genome sequencing, and the harder it is to track these numbers, the longer it takes to do the work. Ultimately, this could mean treatments taking more time to get to patients. But fears of genetic discrimination could also impact the health of those patients directly if they refuse testing that could help doctors treat them. People are concerned that if they find they're carrying a risky gene and it goes into their medical record, it will have a bad impact in some way, Green said, which they should be. In 2008, Congress passed the Genetic Information and Non-Discrimination Act, or GINA, to prohibit health insurers and employers from either requiring genetic testing or using it in making decisions about things like deductibles. The protections of GINA already do not apply to life insurance, long-term care, or disability insurance, meaning those companies are free to ask for genetic information and reject people deemed too risky. The Affordable Care Act, now in the midst of being replaced, solved another problem with GINA, protecting against discrimination for pre-existing conditions revealed via genetic tests. Another bill, H.R. 1313, currently under review in the House, would allow employers to request that employees undergo genetic testing with the risk of paying hefty fines if they refuse. We're injecting terrible opportunities for discrimination into the workplace, Green said. Green has just started looking at how this impacts healthcare and research outcomes. In one project, early data suggests the impact may be significant. As part of a major NIH-funded study looking at how genetic sequencing of infants impact healthcare, Green and his colleagues offered the parents of more than 2,500 newborns free genetic sequencing for their child. Of those, parents of 325 newborns agreed to attend an information session. Only 57 wound up participating. Yeah, those studies are actually fucking hard. I see all the time them, where I work, they always come up with you know, whatever patients needed for a study or a survey, and every week that shit goes out because there's some new thing they need testing, and they're not going to be able to find if they can't get the people in there to turn in the the DNA, it's not going to happen. I mean, that's just how numbers work.
Yeah. I hope it never comes to a point where it's like, oh yeah, you got bad genes, you suck, you're gonna die.
I mean, that's the main fears that's going to end up a dystopian like that movie Gattaca, where oh, you're predetermined for failure, so sorry, and then eventually you're going to be discriminated upon for your future problems. I mean, like, that's why so many people are afraid to get insurance and to go to doctors and do shit to keep themselves alive. Because,
right.
if they know you have a pre-existing condition, you could lose your coverage. And, they act like that's not a real thing. And, the Congress and the Senate and all that, they got to take that shit serious because this is people's, livelihood. Insurance is a bare, necessity. You got to have health care. You can't not have it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can't go to my doctor for my pain, for my gout, I can't go to work because I am in pain.
Right.
They don't just give me inflammation, anti-inflammatory pills because I'm not feeling good. I'm not a junkie going to a doctor with the shake saying, "Come on, give me some pain pills." I'm taking the equivalent of ibuprofen, in large amounts a day, and that's neither one is really safe, but it's not gonna do anything. If I took regular ibuprofen all day, it's not gonna do a damn bit compared to what the stuff I'm on now. So
yeah, I'm just scared that it's gonna end up being like, like there's gonna be like what happened with like Hitler or something, and then we're just gonna have like, have you heard of that term eugenics?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have like eugenics with your genetics.
It's
They can try to filter out people that have anything wrong with them.
Yeah, they're trying to breed a superhuman, and it'll be a lot easier now than it would have been 80 years ago.
Yeah. So basically, I think the point of this article though was that we need to put it. Yeah, watch the news, and we gotta try to put in good laws to protect this type of stuff.
Call your congressman, call your senator, do all that shit because they work for you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning of it, it sounds like don't waste your money on the junk science, but then they're talking about, oh, by the way, your healthcare, they don't, it might be fucked. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Then we got here data reportedly. Microsoft reportedly wants to use DNA for cloud data storage.
Yep.
In the not so distant future, Mr. Sanseer 3000 callback, I love it. Next time you want to back up your work to Microsoft's cloud, you might be storing it on a few snippets of DNA. we knew this was coming. This has been like a story I keep bringing every couple of months.
Wait a minute, are you telling me my porn is going to be backed up on actual porn material?
Yes, it's a petri dish of sperm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the past 6 years, scientists have turned to the double helix in hopes that it might one day become a more efficient storage medium for things beside hair and eye color. In 2011, Harvard University, again with the Harvard University, geneticist George Church pioneered the idea, encoding his own book, some images, and a JavaScript program into the molecules. Last July, a team from Microsoft and University of Washington managed to store a record 200 megabytes of data in DNA. And this year,
Wow.
researchers encoded DNA with a 1895 French film, a computer virus, and a $50 Amazon gift card. Now Microsoft is hoping to take the technology commercial. The company told the MIT Technology Review that it plans to have operational storage system based on DNA up and running inside a data center by the end of the decade. The company declined a request by Gizmodo for more details, obviously, but Microsoft research architect Doug Carmine told the Tech Review that the eventual device would be the size of a large 1970s era Xerox copier. He also said the company plans to brand it as Your Storage with DNA. Within 3 years, they plan to have a proto commercial system at one data center storing data for at least a boutique application. DNA as a storage medium makes a lot of sense. Just think of all the information that your DNA stores in a teeny tiny amount of space. It is compact and durable and is unlikely to ever go obsolete. And it works a lot like the hardware we use to store things on array, with code written in A's, G's, C's, and T's rather than ones and zeros. But there are some major hurdles to overcome before the technology breaks into the mainstream. For one, DNA sequencing is getting cheaper by the day, but still far too expensive to replace your flash drives. This year, Illumina announced plans to bring the cost of sequencing entire human genome sequencing down to $100 within a decade. How much that cost drops and how quickly will pay a large part in how quickly DNA data storage is adopted. Microsoft's announcement signals an interest in making those advancements happen as quickly as possible, as the technology of tomorrow commands an increasing amount of storage space and computing power. This will tell whether we're uploading our files to strange genetic code in 5 years, but stranger things have happened.
Yep.
So, I mean, like they said, we're gonna run out of space. My story last week about companies storing their shit, and having to deliver it by the truckload. If you think in terms when the 1950s computers would take up an entire gymnasium, and now it's your phone is more powerful. It's only a matter of time until they go, you know what? We just got this little thing. We poke a needle in it. Oh, now your DNA's got the entire Library of Congress in it, and
Yeah. That's so instead of truckloads of hard drive, it's gonna be truckloads of cum. Is that what you're saying?
There it goes again. Okay, next story before he makes this one dirty too. Florida GOP consultant admits he worked with uh, Guccifer 2.0 analyzing hacked data. Oh boy.
Yep. Here's a political one for you.
Hold on, I got a yawn. Oh. Sorry, it's not your fault. It's late. A Florida GOP campaign consultant who runs a blog under a pseudonym directly contacted the hackers behind the breach of the DNC and the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, and he solicited material from them. The Wall Street Journal reports that Aaron Nevins set up a Dropbox account specifically for Lucifer 2.0 to drop files into, and he received 2.5 gigabytes of data from the Democratic Party breaches, including the get out the vote strategy for congressional candidates in Florida. Nevins analyzed the data and posted his analysis on his blog, hellofla.com. Lucifer 2.0 sent a link to the blog to Trump backer Roger Stone, who told the paper he was also in communication with the hackers. Nevins told the journal that the hackers didn't understand what they had until he explained the data's value. Some of the most valuable data, Nevins said, was the Democratic Party's voter turnout models. Basically, if this was a war, this is the map to where all the troops are deployed. Nevins told the person or persons behind the Lucifer 2.0 account via Twitter. He also told them this is probably worth millions of dollars. Lucifer 2.0 responded via direct message, okay, you owe me $1 million? Smiley face. The DNC breach has been attributed by a variety of means to attackers tied to Russian intelligence, specifically to Russia's GRU, the country's foreign intelligence organization. Nevins told the Journal he didn't believe that, but he said that it didn't matter who Lucifer 2.0 was because if your interests aligned, never shut any doors in politics. Wall Street Journal know that it's impossible to know whether the leaked data played a factor in any of the Florida races. One former campaign consultant told the paper he did suggest adjusting voter targets based on leaked data, but representatives of the GOP in Florida declined to comment. Oh boy.
Yep.
I'll let you go first, sir.
I don't know. Why don't you go first, man?
I agree with John Oliver that this has all the markings and telltale signs of Watergate, albeit stupider. So it's stupid Watergate. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I try not to get too much in the politics on the show, but like,
The president said, "Hey Russia, please hack the election," and then he gets elected. What the fuck did they
yeah.
think was going to happen? I'm sorry. So, oh boy. Okay, moving on.
Bet you it's probably a good thing Ben wasn't on for that one, huh?
Yeah. In a throwback to the 1990s, NTFS bug lets anyone hang or crash Windows 7 8.1. Oh boy.
Some more good news.
Those of you with long memories might remember one of the more amusing or perhaps annoying bugs of the Windows 95 and 98 era. Certain specially crafted file names could make the operating system crash. Malicious users could use this to attack other people's machines by using one of the special file names as an image source. The browser would try to access the bad file, and Windows would promptly fall over. It turns out that Windows 7 and 8.1, Windows Vista, but that's out of support anyway, have a similar kind of bug. They can be taken advantage of in the same kind of way. Certain bad file names make the system lock up or occasionally crash with blue screens of death, and malicious web pages can embed those file names by using them as image sources. If you visit such a page in any browser, your PC will hang shortly after you and possibly crash outright. The Windows 90s era bug was due to an error in the way that operating system handled special file names. Windows has a number of file names that are special because they don't correspond to any actual file. Instead, they represent hardware devices. These special file names can be accessed from any location in the file system, even though they don't exist on disk. While any of these special file names would have worked, the most common one used to crash old Windows machines was con, a special file name that represents a physical console, the keyboard for input, and the screen for output. Windows correctly handled simple items to access the con device, but a file name included two references to the special device. For example, C:/con/con, then Windows would crash. And that file was referenced from a web page, for example, by trying to load an image from file://C:/con/con, then the machine would crash whenever the malicious page was accessed. The new bug, which fortunately doesn't appear to afflict Windows 10, uses another special file name. This time around, the special file name of choice is $MFT. Is a name given to one of the special metadata files that are used by Windows NTFS file system. The file exists in the root directory of each NTFS volume, but the NTFS driver handles it in specific ways, and it's hidden from view and inaccessible to most software. Attempts to open the file are normally blocked, but in a move reminiscent of the Windows 90s flaw, and the file name, if the file name is used as if it were a directory name, for example, trying to open the file C colon slash dollar sign MF slash 123, then the NTFS driver takes out a lock on the file and never releases it. Every subsequent operation sits around waiting for the lock to be released forever. This blocks any and all other attempts to access the file system, and so every program will start to hang, rendering the machine unusable until it is rebooted. As was the case nearly 20 years ago, web pages that use the bad file name in, for example, an image source will provoke the bug and make the machine stop responding. Depending on what the machine is doing concurrently, it will sometimes blue screen. Either way, you're going to need to reboot it to recover. Some browsers will block attempts to access these local resources, but Internet Explorer, for example, will merely try to. I thought it was called Edge now. Well, I guess in the old version, the new version is Edge for 8. I guess it's still 8. Will merely try to access the bad file. Good going, Microsoft. We couldn't immediately cause the same thing to occur remotely, for example, by sending IIS a request for a bad file name. But it wouldn't immediately surprise us if certain configurations or trickery were enough to cause the same problem. Microsoft has been informed, but at the time of production has not told us when or if the problem will be patched. They're trying to phase out 8 and 7, so this might be coming from inside the house, man. What do you think of that, Ian?
That's the tinfoil I have for you, man.
I mean, yeah.
Well, that just makes me think, like, when we were, I forgot to mention, when we were talking about that WannaCry ransomware, it encrypts all your files on your hard drive, at least in, like, I imagine it would be fine. Like, if you don't care about the data, then you could just obviously reformat it. But I remember when Barnacle was talking about it, I watched one of his videos on it. He says, he was talking about, like, if you try to look up any fixes on it, they're all like scams or whatever. That'll probably make your computer worse. But he said pretty much when your computer gets it, it's done for. Just throw out your computer. And I'm like, what? Just throw out your computer?
Well, I mean, maybe.
I mean, like, even if your hard drive is fucked, why would you throw away your whole computer though?
Well, I mean, if it depends. If you have multiple hard drives and it affects them all, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Like, I think the virus just infects like your C drive, so
I don't know.
I would still make, like, it's just a good lesson for everybody to make extra backups of shit. I mean, this is 2017. You should be making a couple different kind of backups, actually.
Right. Well, I mean, you can get either paid backups or like certain guys are doing like a Google Drive and Amazon Cloud.
Yeah.
I tried to do backup remotely with what's that website where you upload it? Not Chrome. It sounds like I can't fucking remember now. But it was a company that did backups. What the hell was the name of that company? Carbonite. That's it.
Oh yeah. Howard Stern would be advertising that all the time on his show.
Well, like I tried it, but the thing is, I didn't have high speed. I had
like the standard.
Well, I had excuse me. I had broadband at the time, but plus I had my old iMac, which wasn't the fastest machine to begin with. So like I try to back stuff up, and it's like this will take all night.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, make sure you back up your shit. I mean, they say the best is to have a redundancy and a backup offsite.
Yeah. Well, like, I think it's like 3 different kinds, at least. Like, like an offsite, then like your and maybe an external hard drive, and then like your internal or whatever. Right. But I'm currently, like, I have a bunch of music. I I had there was a promotion with my 4 terabyte external hard drive that I got that was 2 years of one drive for free. So I just been listening to my music I have on there,
Uh-huh.
and it actually streams pretty smoothly with this. So I don't know. I still have a lot of space of that. I was thinking about putting my work on, and maybe just after the 2 years is up, maybe I'll look in to see how much they're charging for it per year.
Mm-hmm.
It's something good to have extra. I just don't think people should have to depend on the cloud. It's just something that should be extra, I guess.
Well, you get. I mean, like they say, a lot of those life hacker articles and stuff are take an old computer and turn it into your personal cloud. Just
Yeah.
buy a butt ton of hard drives because you gotta you're in charge of keeping your shit safe at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I mean, but you really got to build two systems, and that's why it makes more sense to just have a gaming rig because a gaming rig is going to be beefy anyway, and then you don't have to buy your games, twice. You already have to buy an expensive Xbox, and then you got to buy an expensive computer, and then you got to buy the backup, or you just buy a nice expensive computer with some backup and some fucking games.
Yeah.
P.S. Did you see they have Friday the 13th? The game is out now.
No, I didn't see that. That sounds
I've been
interesting.
following it before it was launched. It's right now it's on Steam for $40, but eventually there's going to be some DLC because you could play as different versions of Jason.
Oh yeah.
And the one where he's got the sack on his head and different suits. I guess you can eventually their plan was to have DLC to get different suits. I don't know if it was a Kickstarter idea or what, but I was I saw the thing. I was I want to get this. I want it right now. Oh my god! But I'll wait. I'll wait a little while. Either wait till it's on sale or till it might go down some. But
yeah.
this is cool here.
So I was gonna ask about this. So this pretty much they're saying it's not gonna be like the WannaCry where your hard drive is messed up. It just it's fine after you reboot it then.
Yeah, after I reviewed it.
Reviewed it.
I saw an interview. This guy said he had his kids reading them off his cards, and they're when they were trying to say, so what it was like when you made your debut, but 7-year-olds don't know the word debut. They go, so what was it like when you made your debut? And he's like, oh, my debut? It was fun. It's the butt. So is this your last story? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think so. Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So what? How many do you got here, sir?
I got 6, but they're not really in-depth articles. They're hey, check this out. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go. Verizon.
Let's do it.
Hold on. First, I'll let you see this thing. Box that says Verizon. Verizon may have just made the world's most pointless thing. Someone, somewhere, deep in the bowels of Verizon's marketing department, has apparently read a study saying that the Internet of Things is going to be the next iPhone. This noble brand crusader decided that Verizon should be a thought leader in this category and directed the captive team of engineers to make a product that demonstrates Verizon's commitment to the Internet of Things. But unfortunately, no one stopped along the way to think about whether this is a thing that anyone will want to buy. It's called the Smart Hub, and it's a 4G LTE modem that turns Verizon's wireless network into a local Wi-Fi network. Verizon positions it as a router for the smart home, which means it's supposed to connect all your Nests and your Hue bulbs and smart salt shakers to the internet so they can send you endless push notifications. The Smart Hub will do that. But you know what else can do that just fine? Your home Wi-Fi network, which comes in over a cable and is probably faster, more reliable, and far cheaper per gigabyte than Verizon's LTE solution. Sure, there are definitely people out there who don't have a fixed line broadband connection. Depending on the year, about 65 to 7% of all homes have a broadband connection. But I'm willing to make a purely speculative bet that 99.9% of people who have a $200 Wi-Fi connected thermostat also have a home broadband connection. Statistically speaking, most people who don't have home broadband are either poor, in which case they can't afford smart home gadgets, renters who are moving frequently, who aren't allowed to install smart home gadgets, or old, in which case they won't understand why their thermostat now needs a nap. There will be a
Well,
time. There will be a time in the future after millimeter wave 5G becomes common and wireless internet becomes cheap, when you might want to replace your fixed line broadband with a wireless service. But that day is not today, and no person with a smart home setup is going to run it off an expensive, capacity limited wireless connection. Verizon did not return a request to explain who the hell the smart hub is for. So,
yeah,
yeah.
if if you if you really think about it, I mean, like, why would you pay for all that data when it adds up to just as much as getting your broadband, anyways? You know.
Well, like, I mean, just data alone, that's got to be retarded expensive.
Yeah.
So,
Did,
no.
did you hear about what T-Mobile was trying to do? Like, what they had some, I forget what it was called. I didn't add it in the news, but it was like something where phone numbers can be like
You mean
they
crazy?
can
Turn that's T-Mobile deal.
no,
That's the
like
thing.
they were trying to do it where like all like your phone numbers could be accessible through like all the apps or whatever.
No, didn't hear about that. I
Uh,
I'm sorry. I had T-Mobile and they never credited me back money that I actually paid when I canceled my account. So, fuck them.
I want money.
I want your money. Check this out. This is groovy. Wood frame motorcycle runs on algae oil, man.
That's fun. That's
A wood motorcycle
far
built
out,
by
man.
Resort Man runs on oil made from microalgae. 2 years ago, maker Ritzert Mans embarked on a nature-inspired motorbike building adventure that would result in a wood-framed beach racer fueled by microalgae oil supplied by Peter Muige. Still work in progress, much of the bike is fashioned from wood, including the frame, handlebars, and swing arms. The challenge for me was with every part of the bike to look to what nature could provide me, Mans told New Atlas. Like cork from the damper and hemp spring for some reinforcement. With all my designs, it should spark my imagination. The bike's frame and seat are made from steam bent birch with hemp fiber reinforced mountings for the 2-point heat set, glued together using plain old wood glue. That's a single sided swing arm to the front made from birch and oak with an oil cork slash oak damper as a and a cork insert to provide a compression zone in the spring. Attached to this is a spoked non-wood 23-inch wheel with drum brake. So yeah, that I mean, look at this thing. It's crazy.
I
500 cubic inch single cylinder fuel engine. Wow.
I just
So yeah.
foresee a lot of splinters with that.
Well, the seats not all. I mean, the seats. I mean, you don't sit and hold the bike. You hold the handlebars and the seat, and it's kind of a crotch racket, so you're not even really sitting on. You're like bent over.
No, I mean like when the shit like cracks apart on them, you get in an accident.
I mean, if you get in an accident, you're fucked anyway. I mean, I don't know what you can really do with it. I mean,
Next up, a bike made of recycled shit.
right. I mean, it looks cool though. I mean, so they call it a crotch racket because you're bent over with your fucking ass in the air.
Yeah,
But I mean, you know,
I just I, I don't know. Like I tend to not like too much of the trends that go on with like the green stuff. What like I'd like to see like a Lambo style car with like that's like energy efficient and stuff and is healthy for
well,
the environment versus like they have like weird designs and stuff with that shit all the time.
well, I'm more interested in the fact that it runs on fucking algae oil.
Right.
Like that if because originally the whole thing with going green was you get a diesel engine which burns cleaner than gasoline, and you run it on vegetable oil. And this is very similar. So that's,
Yeah, that's good. That, and it's probably better than like having to, what was it, like that biodiesel shit where they had it would take like, you would pretty much decimate fields of corn just to make the shit.
yeah. Google launches animation tools so you can turn boring data into cool GIFs.
What?
Google wants to be the Giphy for turning boring data into awesome animated illustrations. Sort of. The search engine China announced it has launched a handy animation tool that essentially lets you turn tedious number charts into slightly more entertaining GIF or GIF illustrations. I'll say GIF because it's
fucking GIF.
Yeah, you can hear it better when I talk. But the so-called data GIF maker practically allows users to set their desired parameters and effortlessly transform them into data visuals. Google data editor Simon Rogers says the company built the app to make it easier for journalists to rely on data when telling stories, but virtually anyone can benefit from using the tool. While the Google data team says it's typically resorts to the GIF maker for visually competing search interest, Rogers explained the tool leaves opportunities for much wider application, including representing polling numbers, sales figures, and movie ratings, and so on. My imagination is that like people will use this when they're making videos of fucking movie reviews, and you
Yeah.
see this shit all over YouTube. I mean, if only the maker of fucking Notepad knew how much YouTube would have people just making a shit ton of videos. It's like how-to videos, and then all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's this is just. I figured this would be cool. If Ben was going to come on, I figured it'd be up his alley.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is he on date night again then?
No, he's still in Canada.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah,
that where that girl was?
yeah. He's at the quick draw screening.
Oh, okay.
So
What about Doug? Did you try to invite him?
I sent him an invite, but we'll see.
Well,
Check this out. I just saw this within my article. IKEA adds Google Home and Amazon Alexa support to its smart light bulbs. That's
nice.
cool. That's cool because we got an IKEA opening soon in Columbus. They said that like it's going to be so crazy when it opens. There are two. There's an on ramp and an off ramp at the exit that the store is at, and they said that they're going to basically close it the day the fucking store opens because they said there's going to be so many people that you have to get off miles before and drive on the streets instead of the highway. So
Kia.
yeah.
I just think of that Chia Pet when I hear that. Sorry.
Net neutrality. Dead people signing FCC consultation or consultation.
Repeat that again.
Net neutrality. Dead people, quote unquote, signing FCC consultation. A campaign group has complained to the U.S. Federal Communications Commission over its refusal to erase fake comments by a consultation on net neutrality, or from a consultation on net neutrality. Fight for the Future's complaint is signed by 14 people who say their details were used without permission to file anti-net neutrality views. The campaign group says that some of the comments were posted using the names and details of dead people. The FCC has voted 2-1 to reverse net neutrality laws enacted in 2015. The vote was the first stage in the process of repealing the legislation designed to force internet service providers to treat all data traffic as equal. Americans now have until the middle of August to comment on the proposals. Questionable comments. Almost 2.8 million comments have been filed on the FCC's plan since the consultation opened at the end of April. Last week, it was reported that hundreds of thousands of comments supporting the proposal had been posted by bots. After the FCC vote on 18th of May, Chairman Ajit Pai told reporters there was a tension between having an open process where it was easy to comment and preventing questionable comments from being filed. But the regulator erred on the side of openness. But Fight for the Future claims that many of the suspected spam comments have been posted using genuine details that have been stolen. In their letter to the FCC, the group has called for an investigation into the fake comments and for the regulatory to notify all those whose details have been used to post them. Whoever is behind this stole our names and addresses, publicly exposed our private information without our permission, and used our identities to file a political statement we did not sign on to, the letter reads. So,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's yeah. That's BBC
It,
right here.
wow.
So it shit's getting real, son. Um.
So basically, in a nutshell, what happened?
Okay. Well, to see what everyone thinks, uh, the FCC put up their proposals online and allow people to comment on them. They say that some of the comments were not provided by the actual people because it's just like when you sign a petition, you have to give your name and address.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying the credentials used to verify who this person was leaving this comment were stolen information from dead people.
Uh,
So
yeah. And you said the guy wanted it to be open. You know,
yeah,
he
so
erred on the side of being open.
yeah, it's fucked up. I don't know if it's what way it's going to swing, but if there's bullshit going on, there's bullshit going on.
I don't see the future for the FCC being pretty good, or I don't see it being good at all. You know.
Not for a while, not until the head's taken out. It's like a bad zit. So check this out. Microsoft rebrands Twitch competitor as Mixer. Since its inception, Microsoft's live
Hmm.
streaming platform was known as Beam. That changes today with the team behind the platform announcing a name change to Mixer. According to Mixer co-founder and engineering lead Matt Salmondy, the name change was a difficult but necessary decision to make. If Mixer is to succeed on a global scale, why the name change? It was a tough decision and not one that we made lightly, but it was something that we decided on as a team. We believe so much in the power of the platform and want to grow it in every major market around the world. Unfortunately, that wasn't something we could do with the Beam name. I don't know why. Apart from the name change, Mixer also announced several features that will make their way to the platform soon. The headliner being co-streaming. The feature allows as many as 4 people to broadcast their streams together as one shared split-screen view. This would allow folks to watch League of Legends and Overwatch matches with multiple viewpoints, except the streamers do not need to play the same game. They can do different things while their streams are simultaneously broadcast. Mixer also mentions 2 features that distinguish it from the likes of YouTube and Twitch: interactive streaming and low latency. Interactive streaming allows people to affect gameplay for titles that support the feature, with recent Telltale games titles like The Walking Dead, A New Frontier, and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, a Telltale series, having incorporated a crowd play feature. As for low latency, Mixer advertises its 1 second latency, which compares to the 10 to 20 seconds of latency on competing servers or services. Whether such features will win over folks that already use the YouTube and Twitch uh, use YouTube and Twitch remains to be seen, but at least Mixer can say it is trying. Mixer's co-streaming feature is available today for all PC users and insiders of Xbox One. The service also released a Mixer Create mobile app for Android that supports self-broadcasting and will eventually include the ability to stream mobile games. For comparison, the current Mixer mobile app only allows for stream watching.
Hmm. I've never heard of Bean before.
I did, but everyone ignored it because if you weren't playing on, hey, if you play on Xbox, you can stream to Beam. Well, what about Twitch and YouTube? No, Beam. I mean, well, fuck that. Like when when you get a Windows computer and it only comes with Edge and it comes with Bing. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, I want to use mine, and they're trying to get you to do it. I understand the Mixer because they're trying to say, hey, you can play with your friends and all that, but
And Microsoft will do anything. If they're really pushing you, like they, they got call it that whole, like they made the Xbox an OK button to install Windows 10. I mean, they'll go past the line if they want to.
Okay. Now we got my last story of the evening. Former Mozilla CTO, Chrome 1. Responding to Firefox marketing head Eric Petit's blog post from earlier this week, Andreas Gall, former chief technology officer of Mozilla, who spent 7 years at the company, offers his insights. Citing latest market share figures, Gall says, it's safe to say that Chrome is eating the browser market and everyone else except Safari is getting obliterated, from his blog post edited and condensed for length. With a CEO transition about 3 years ago, there was a major strategic shift at Mozilla to refocus efforts on Firefox and thus the desktop. Prior to 2014, Mozilla heavily invested in building a mobile OS to compete with Android, Firefox OS. I started the Firefox OS project and brought it to scale. While we made quite a splash and sold several million devices, in the end, we were a bit too late and we didn't manage to catch up with Android's explosive growth. Mozilla's strategic rationale for building Firefox OS was often misunderstood. Mozilla's founding mission was to build the web by building a browser. Browsers are a commodity product. They are pretty much look the same and feel the same. All browsers work pretty well, and being slightly faster or using slightly less memory is unlikely to sway users. If even Eric, who heads Mozilla's marketing team, uses Chrome every day, as he mentioned in the first sentence, it's not surprising that almost 65% of desktop users are doing the same. I don't think there will be a new browser war where Firefox or some other competitor recaptures market share from Chrome. It's like launching a new and improved horse in the year 2017. We all drive cars now, so people still use horses, and there is value to horses, but technology has moved on when it comes to transportation. Does this mean Google owns the web if they own Chrome? No, absolutely not. Browsers are what the web looked like in the first decades of the internet. Mobile disrupted the web, but the web embraced mobile, and at the heart of most apps beats a lot of JavaScript and HTTPS and REST those days. The future web will look yet again completely different. Much will survive, and some parts of it will get disrupted. So, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, that usually OSs made by browsers don't really work out too well. Like with Chrome, that didn't do too good. The Chromebooks, did they?
I mean, people, if you're wanting a small device that can, just do email and shit like that, it's like a bigger and it's like a big Android tablet.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I use Firefox, and I'm not too sure about how well that's going to go.
Well, I mean, like they said, Safari and Firefox are pretty much it, because Safari is what you get with the Mac, unless you get something else. And Edge is just a joke. Nobody uses fucking Edge.
I wonder if Kodi would, since they made a whole Kodi OS, I wonder if they'd ever make a browser.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting to at least see.
Well, there's always plugins. Like for a while, like remember when like the Wii, they had an internet browser app, and then it started to suck. And the default one was run by Opera, which that was a fucking joke. But but yeah, this is the last story I had. So,
well, what are your opinions on it though? Like, do you think it'll go good?
Well, I think you got to look at where they're coming from. The two bigger companies, Chrome is Google, Safari is Apple. It's really going to come down to a damn two-party system, just like the government.
Yeah.
The two powerhouses. Firefox can't afford to compete because people are putting ad blocker on it and they're not paying for shit. And Chrome, if you got an Android device with Chrome on it or Chromebook, it's because you just want something, that it could come with it. You're, I don't want to say you're not that smart, but same with an Apple device, you get it, you download it, what comes with, and you use it as it's intended because you're not a tinkerer.
Right.
And Firefox was the first to have add-ons, right?
Yeah.
But, then it just became bloatware pretty much.
Well, it just sucks because, now they're they got to get rid of the add-ons or whatever, remember?
Well, the old ones, the code they were in was not supported anymore.
The extensions, they call them, I think, right?
I don't know what they do for Firefox anymore. I know with Chrome it's extensions. I know that, but
it was the plugins. I'm sorry, the old plugins. Because Firefox does extensions and it does plugins, and it's like every time I installed something for Firefox, I was like, is it either in the plugins or the extensions? I don't know. Right. You got to hunt around for it.
Right. There's so many options anymore. When it all comes down to it, you got the two powerhouses, and then you got the little scrappy guy on the side.
Yeah.
But
by the way, you could switch your screen off now if you wanted. Then
I'm just switching back and forth.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, those are pretty interesting articles. I would like to think that both me and you are getting a lot better at choosing like interesting articles, because like I catch myself always trying to I'm thinking about like, this article sounds interesting, but it's not really doesn't really catch my eye, so like I'm always trying to like filter myself with this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And I think me and you pick out pretty good interesting articles because we've always been about trying to find ones that spark debates and conversation,
Right. It's either a pet project for one of us where we figure the other guy's going to go ape shit, or we got something we think Doug's going to go off on.
Yeah.
Or just tinfoil hat where we could speculate.
Yeah, we love the tinfoil hat ones,
What's the internet without the tinfoil hat, man? Gotta
right.
have that shit. So, yeah.
I'll bet this one puppy. I know they've been wanting my attention all night. They like playing with the laser pointer outside.
Really, dogs usually don't. It's usually cats.
Oh, they love it. They run around the whole yard with it,
Oh. Our dog, our big dog, we got him a ball. We finally found one that he won't destroy.
Sorry, go ahead.
We finally found a ball that our dog won't destroy, so we got it. And now he won't stop playing with it.
Yeah.
But so I think we've had a good show tonight.
Yeah, I think so. It's been pretty packed with things and stuff.
The show of things, not the Internet of Things, the show of things.
Yes. Although we did talk about an article about Internet of Things with the Wi-Fi salt shakers, which I did see that somewhere recently.
What the hell does it do? Tell you to order more salt? I don't
Although I do have to ask, would you ever get those, like the light bulbs with the Bluetooth speakers in them?
Oh, yeah, why not? I would like to get the kind that are. I would like to at least get the bulbs that are controlled by your phone.
Yeah.
Because
the Hue bulbs.
Well, you can get cheapies.
Yeah, the knockoffs.
LED light bulb app. There's a Hue, and then there's like a generic one. It's like $10.
Yeah.
Hell, Best Buy smells small bulbs now? Wow, really? Okay, you can get Hue bulbs at Best Buy. You can get them for $15. That's not bad. Or you can buy a Hue white and color ambient starter kit for $199. No thanks.
Oh shit. They even have ones that have microphones in them too,
Yeah, well, like you said, they got the a speaker.
Why not just put all of them in? Light, speaker, microphone.
Well, I
Maybe we'll
want.
put.
You ever watch Unbox Therapy?
You're talking about the projector light bulb.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Let's throw that in there
That's
too. Then.
that's cool because then all you gotta do is point it at a wall, and you're watching a fucking movie.
Yeah, that's interesting. I did see that. I mean, they got add-ons for your phone where you can turn your phone into a projector. You know.
Type smart and put space, and it said light bulbs. Shit, Google knows what I'm looking for already. Let me. Oh, $9. Wireless RGB dimming LED bulb for $8.79.
Now you can use the Alexa with that too. Like you like turn the living room light bulb into red.
Oh, wait a minute. 2.59 cents from eBay. Probably China shit here, but let's see.
Now let's just set off everybody's thing. Hey Alexa, hey Siri, hey Cortana.
Wow, 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 wow. Ha ha, joke's on you. I got headphones on. Ha 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 ha.
Did you see that new Alexa thing? I forgot to ask Nate if he ended up getting it, but Alexa, you can do the make the calls through Alexa now, and it's like always like the lights flashing green instead of the regular blue.
No. I didn't know that.
Yeah, make calls with the Alexa now. I guess it goes through the speakerphone somehow. I guess.
Let's see, 4 volt. Oh man, I need 27 watt. Is that it? I don't know how bright that is. It's not that bright. Fuck that. But yeah, I was just trying to find it on there. I saw a bunch on YouTube where the guy gets it and he's like, for $9, you can control this with your phone, and you put a bunch of them in your house, and they're connected, talking to each other. I think that's cool
Yeah,
because not only can you control your LEDs with a remote, you can use your phone to turn the lights in the room on a different set. That's cool.
yeah. Well, that's why I got that. I'm putting the Wi-Fi module in for my LED strips inside the computer case. I
Uh,
still have to test that out with my phone
oh
and
no,
shit.
your jury rigged Molex. Oh snap! You're gonna burn your house down, dog.
No, man, I tested it on my one of the XP machines and it works pretty good. It looks like. So,
Okay.
hey, my
Okay.
soldering skills are pretty good now.
Okay.
But the only thing that sucks about the Bluetooth light bulbs is that they're all only just like stereo. Because I think it would be cool if you could each have like a different channel for each light bulb. Then you could do like a surround sound with your light bulbs in.
Oh, hold on a second. Here you go. Hold on, let me screen share. Here you go.
No, don't show screen share the dick.
Yeah. LED RGB 12 color bulb, Bluetooth control smart music audio speaker lamp.
Nice.
12 different colors. Ooh, it's got a remote. And it probably doesn't fucking work. You know what I've seen? I haven't bought anything on eBay in a while now, and you know what I've seen them start doing? They'll
What?
have a product. There'll be like a stop. There'll be like how Amazon does it. There'll be a product, and then they'll have a ranking next to it with reviews. Which usually you have to go into each seller's like feedback and then see if someone else bought the same item. This one just says, "Fucking wasn't the right thing. Don't buy it. Didn't work with my phone."
Yeah.
So that's cool. Hopefully the shit works. But anyway, it's getting late as hell. You probably gotta let the dogs out. I gotta get a refill on my beverage.
And don't you have to let the dog out too?
I gotta do that and put them to bed because if I don't keep putting them to bed the normal time, uh, when it's bedtime during the week, the big one barks and cries that he doesn't want to be in his crate.
Right.
In your crate, because if not, his nose will wake me up in the middle of the night. Hey, 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 go to bed. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, I guess let me know if you got it. If you're feeling motivated this weekend with any streams or if you got any music done.
I'm tinkering.
Yeah.
My problem is I always think everything I got is shit. My writer's block is like Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls. He said, "You have a writer's block, you're right. It's just you think everything sucks." So,
Right.
but you know,
Well.
well, I'll keep you in touch, man. If I get anything, I'll share. I'm a sharer.
Yeah. By the way, I gotta start putting on the MP3 links at least for each show soon because I don't have all the episodes converted into MP3 yet, but I do have like what is it like
Oh man, MP3 is dead. It's got to be ACC now. You
I
mean
do have
you don't have our show in FLAC?
no.
God damn it! You might as well just throw them all away now.
Yeah.
It's fucking worthless.
Well, I made a public folder on Google Drive that has the audio clips and the shows. So I'm gonna send you a link for that. But I'd like to start putting at least some kind of audio format in the description of our show, so uh,
Okay.
people could download it, and then you could like if you want the clips and stuff, you could download those too. If you ever get that voice meter to work.
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Get on some guitar too for the intro.
Oh yeah, guitar. Yeah, I have the outro guitar. I actually started dicking around with my phone since I had a bunch of Google points. Like I do surveys. I had like $18 in Google credits, and I was playing with my app that lets me play keyboard and guitar on my phone. And it's like, hey, want to get rid of the ads? It's $1. I go, yes. I got rid of my ads for $1, so now I have the full version. I made tracks. It was kind of cool. Like I made a bass track and a keyboard track.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But the thing is, I had to do each one separately. I think I did.
Right.
But you can make multiple tracks at the same time, just like on a computer, but on your fucking phone.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's something I was doing during my lunch break. I made a little bass beat and then I put some chords over it.
Yeah.
Time to go back. Once I figured out how to fucking do it. All right. Well, on behalf of everyone who couldn't make it tonight and Ian and myself, we'll catch you all on the flip side.
Yeah. Also, I'd want to say thanks, Frank, for a great show, and I really appreciate what you help out and do for the show too.
Well, likewise, my man. Sorry, I've been kind of lax on the stuff. I've just been
That's okay, man.
so fucking tired.
I understand, man.
Oh well.
But I just was thinking about it because you've helped me do this show. We're already up to 41, and
Already.
we've been doing this for almost a year now.
Oh really?
Well, 52 we've skipped a couple weeks too, and there's only 52 weeks in a year, so.
Well, hate to tell you, on episode 100, we have to make out. Think of the views, man.
We get notice that YouTube's like, you owe us views now.
All right. Well, on behalf of everybody, wait until Doug comes on right after I hit stop broadcast.
Yeah.
We'll catch you on the other side.
Boobs. Shout out to Soko.
Boobs. Later.
Oi.
Okay. Later. Boobs.